Hello, and welcome to another video. Yes, this is the Professor, and this is From the Heart of a Woman. Hi, how y'all doing? I personally am getting ready to start work for today, working from home. But yeah, it is finals week, and oh my gosh, I can't wait. Let me say it one more time for you. I can't wait for winter break. Yes, I am an actual professor of psychology. I have a master's in psychology and leadership development. And yes, we have 3 sections this semester, and it has been a bit challenging doing it all online. But guess what? I adapted. Had a serious learning curve. But guess what? I got in there and we're getting it done. Alright. But that's not why I came on today. I want to address something. I was having a conversation with my niece, and we got into this viral video that has been circulating of a young lady who called into this, I guess, podcast, talk show, I don't know. Anyway, listening, I saw a snippet, the piece that went viral, but watching the whole broadcast, that joint was long. And I as I surmise, it is a platform basically for men, teaching men how to level up. Oh my gosh. In our community, people of color, we need those types of mentors to teach men how to level up and increase their value. Not just for the purpose of getting women, but so that you can be a valuable asset in our community and in the world at large. Knowledge is power, and I hate to say it, even though there are, considerable amount of gentlemen, African American, people of color, males in collegiate structures, women do far, women of color far outnumber those men who are educating themselves. And so I think it's a good idea for there to be some things, and see, some things are just not going to be taught in college per se, in school per se, as far as standards for men or codes of conduct for men. And personally, I really can't really fully speak on that, but because I have black sons, I do listen to such things in order to be able to help empower my sons. I won't call myself a single mom, because I do have a village, and he does, my children, well, my minor child has people in his corner that help me keep him, on the right path. Help him explore those things he's interested in. Help to empower him with knowledge and understanding. People that help impart their wisdom to him. So I won't call myself a single mom, a single parent. However, his father is not in his life, and it's by his choice, his decision. Of course, he's gonna blame me. But people who make excuses make excuses. And my oldest son, he is the child of my late husband, who passed while I was carrying him. So I got boys, and my village is tight, and they still look to their mom for wisdom and instruction and understanding. But back to that video. I believe his name is Kevin Samuels, and there was a young lady who called in. It was painful to watch her blatant denial of an answer when she asked the question. She didn't like the answer she got. And so, I mean, come on. If you rate yourself as average on a good day, 6 is still average, even made up, you know, with your makeup and your hair weave and your acrylic nails and so on, and your tufted blouses and all that, and you still rate yourself as a 6, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that you have an expectation for a man in the upper 3%, let alone the 1% males, because these men have money. These men are looking for what's the word I'm looking for? I hate to say it, but trophy type women that can put on their arms. Not only that, and I'm not saying that they're looking for airheads, but they're looking for a certain, I hate to use this phrase, but je ne sais quoi, because I really don't know what it is, and it's different for every man. However, I think it's important that to say this. The whole tirade that happened at the end of that snippet where the guy just kind of got frustrated because he'd answered her question. She just didn't like the answer she got. I was like, whoa, she should have just hushed and, you know, took it with a grain of salt. And if she didn't believe it, she could have been like, oh, okay. But she kept like, well, let me ask you a question, and why you being mean? I was sitting there like, ooh, this is painful to watch. Because if you ask a man, trust me, men don't think, their brains aren't wired, and I can say this with my professional opinion. Men's brains are wired differently than women's brains, and they see things differently. We see detail. We see aspects and nuances that men don't see a lot of times. And so for her to argue with his opinion didn't make sense to me. And oh my gosh, the internet was all abuzz, and women were offended at the fact that this man gave his opinion because she asked for it. I'm like, oh my, and queen this and queen, how could you malign a queen, and misogynistic, and bop, bop, bop. I kept going, but wait, she rated herself average. What is this unreasonable expectation to be to have access to those that you think rate a 10? Don't you think 10s usually want 10s? I mean, the saying out there, you attract what you are. My niece and I, like I said, we were having a conversation about it, and there was all this banter, and she kept saying, well, you know, people don't realize that they medium ugly. I thought the saying was so funny. I said, is that a way to say average? I said, most of us are average, because if we really sit down and look at ourselves, well, you can start from 10 and subtract. Me, I'm take take me for instance, and all my wonderful beauty, this cocoa color skin, full lips, almond eyes, with the not really dark brown but pretty brown, sable brown eyes, articulate, educated, loyal, feminine. Those are traits that men look for. Respectful. I do consider myself to be submissive when I'm in relationships, because right now I'm not really in one. But anyway, interviewing a few candidates. But anyway, I can start at 10 and still subtract. I am 5 decades in the game. I'm a seasoned woman. I'm no spring chicken. I've birthed 3 babies into this world, and I have. Let's see. I'm good at being transparent. Y'all already know. I have 2. I hate to say baby daddies, but 2. I have 3 kids by 2 men. I'm overweight. I am a plus size beauty. And I wish I could get, I'm working on, it's harder as you get older, young women. If you desire to be a smaller size, work on it. It's easier to get it off when you're younger than when you're older. Now, let's go a little further. I suffer with fibromyalgia, so I have chronic pain, brain fog, achy joints, fibroflare. Sometimes my skin does not my love language is touch. That's my main love language. And some days I can't stand my clothes to be on my skin because I'm in pain. I have arthritis in both my knees. That does not keep me at 10 status. I rate myself a strong 6. Now, I don't have to do the eyebrows and the blinky eyes with all that stuff and all the foundation and all that. I'm good with me, just fresh face. All I got on is my lotion. I always feel my ends in. My ends don't do so well with these eyebrows. A little eyeliner and some mascara, and that's an everyday thing. Oh, and a little colored gloss today. I'm still a good 6, but I feel really good about myself, and I'm good with who I am. There's a scripture in the Bible that says we should not think more highly of ourselves than we ought to think. And so I take a realistic look at who I am. Now, that does not devalue what I can bring to the table for the right gentleman, because the Barge song, all this love is just waiting for you. Yes, because I got it. I mean, I'm a whiz in the kitchen. I'm very domestic, nurturing. All my babies love me. And I got babies I didn't birth that love me. I got all that. But at the end of the day, I'm still a 6 to me. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But let's be realistic. We sometimes can have standards or requirements that we can't even bring to the table. Why would I ask for somebody that makes 6 or 7 figures when I am a college professor? We know educators don't make money like that. Don't work like that. Why I need somebody driving a Rolls when right now I don't even have a car. Just recently had an incident with the engine. But it's easy right now because I don't have to drive to go to work. The grocery store is across the street. I got, like I said, I got a village that if I need anything, I need to go anywhere, I need to do anything, all I need to do is dial a number and I'm good. One more thing I want to say before I go is this queen thing. Every woman is not a queen. Every woman is not of royal bloodline. Every woman in the kingdom is not a queen. I mean, that's just real talk. I mean, if you read in the Bible, you'll hear regular women out there. They out there in the fields. You do have women who are of elevated status, but you also have the concubines. That's not queen. You also have, and now trust me, understand, concubines are not harlots. You have the harlots in a kingdom. So, yeah, I think we need to really revisit the idea of what a person deserves. You deserve what's good for you. And you need to really think about what you bring, what you actually bring, before you think about what you deserve. Because pretty much you're going to match energy. If you think you got to wear other people's hair to be beautiful, then please find you somebody that thinks you need to wear other people's hair to be beautiful. If you think, I mean, think about it. A lot of these high status men still want to have children, regardless of their age. They like making little copies of themselves. Why? Because they can afford it. You ready to have some more babies? Can you maintain that? I mean, I know a lot of women, well, I know some women who deal with these men who make a lot of money, and some of these men are the most faithful men. And they'll have to be okay with spending money, $20,000 go shopping. Not my cup of tea. I just think we need to really look at things realistically. It was painful to watch that video. It was painful to watch that video. However, I understood his position. I somewhat understood her position, but I kind of had to take a step back when she wouldn't hear for the opinion. She wouldn't listen to the opinion she asked for, because it was not congruent with her ideas. And people don't hear. They don't listen. They don't like real. That's why I don't have a whole lot of friends. Because I'm going to tell it just like it is. I'm going to say it like I see it. And that's just what that is. So, y'all tell me in the comments what you think about, that whole thing. My thing is just be real. Don't sit here thinking more highly of yourself than you ought to be. If you know you got issues, you got some teeth missing, you got bald spots up in the top, you dealing with chronic halitosis. I mean, it could be something, anything. I mean, look at me. I got this Forrest Whitaker eye that is a product it's a residual product from when I was a teenager, and I experienced Bell's palsy. And so there's muscle weakness on this side. And sometimes you can see it and sometimes you can't see it. But it's there. And I realize other people probably can see it. Now those people, when you love yourself, you see the inner part of you. But when you're trying to attract a man, you got to understand that men are visual. And what they looking for is that outer part of you. And if there are things that may not be on point, deduct from your 10. Because it's not fair to you to set yourself up for disappointment. It's really not. I far spent my time. I ain't mean to talk about this thing so long, but I just want people to understand that it's okay to think highly of yourself, but the Bible talks about not thinking more highly of yourself than you ought to. In other words, find your lane and stay in your lane. and be happy with being good where you are. Alright? Alright. I might not get a lot of likes for this video, but I don't care. It was on my heart, on my mind. I felt like saying it, and I said it. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, thanks for joining me. And if you want or found value in anything I said today, please hit that like button and subscribe so that you will be made aware of when new videos come out. Alright? Let me get to grading these final exams so that I can turn my paperwork on in. Ooh, I can't even talk. I'm so excited about finishing this semester. I can turn my paperwork in on Friday morning and be done, 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 done. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Professor out.